Galvanize is about building a density of innovators. The goal was, how do we bring enough of the right people working on similar challenges, typically technology, fast growth, digital startups, to coalesce them into a space, into a container, so that everyone could be more efficient about how they learn to build their businesses.
It's a new type of office project that creates community around innovation and early phase companies.
So we do three things. We're a community. We provide a curriculum for building more human capital to support these digital, fast growth tech companies. And last but not least, it's capital.
Well, I'm particularly proud of how fast we were able to develop the project and how we were able to be responsive to the needs of the companies that wanted to be a part of Galvanize. At Galvanize right now we have over 150 companies represented in the building and approximately 400 members.
And some of these members go to what we call our G School. And G School is this program to take people with zero skills and turn them into web programmers. It was a one-of-a-kind 6-month immersive program for how to take somebody to be part of this new skills-based economy that we're part of.
We picked the Golden Triangle because it is a neighborhood. It's very accessible to downtown, and it has a lot of great amenities, urban amenities that people can walk to. We had the ability to repurpose a building that was almost 100 years old, and I was very proud of our ability to put a new life into the Rocky Mountain Banknote building.
What we're doing with real estate is probably one of the most cutting edge things you can possibly do to it. I mean, we are taking, for all intents and purposes, a commoditized product and turning it into something extremely valuable.
Some of the key leaders in the community decided the base area was really not keeping up with some of the current thinking in terms of what resorts should offer their visitors and people that live in Steamboat Springs. So given that it's approaching 40 years old, they decided they really needed to establish a special district where they could go in and make it much more walkable and pedestrian friendly.
They brought this project on to create better connectivity between the businesses and the retail in the area, and instead of just building a 20-foot walkway, it was a chance to create a summertime amenity up there and really bring another reason for people to want to stay in Steamboat.
So they really looked at a creek that had been buried as part of the original plan and integrated that into a new pedestrian promenade as part of this much larger agenda to make the base area more accessible to visitors.
It's one of those projects that you're excited to have been a part of because you can see the impact that it has on people's lives. And I think the nomination recognizes that.
The fact that it really does represent the Rocky Mountains in a more urban environment, and that it brings a stream back to life in the base area. It makes people aware of the fact that there is a natural environment even in a very urban setting in the mountains. It's been a huge win. They've seen just in 1 year a 25 to 35% increase in visitors in the base area. People gather around the water, and they're scheduling more meetings, more special events, weddings, conferences, just because of the ability to gather in a setting that's both natural and urban.
Drive is part of the taxi development, and in terms of urban development, it's as if the things that fortify the urban center around Denver's core, there's some space, and taxi has grown as a kind of bubble, and in between the two there is currently infill going on.
It's kind of a other side of the tracks project, former used up industrial, basically an abandoned site when we got it, and then we reused all the existing buildings, turned them into really new workplace is what we're calling it. So it's this generation of firms that doesn't necessarily want to come to work in their suit and answer to a lot of the formalities. Some great firms that's now I think widely recognized as new economy.
One of the key characteristics is that The lobby is a very functional and social space. So it acts as the entrance of the building, but instead of being, a kind of hollow chamber that you go through as a lobby, it is an active coffee shop and cafe. Another characteristic of Drive is that it has garage doors on all levels of the building.
Laptop bars in front of them on the upper floors that provide a rail, and to be able to open up a wall and take advantage of the climate that's unique to Colorado. And that's really drawing on some of the success of just recycled former industrial buildings that we went through, replaced all the openings with glass garage doors. It was really well received in the market.
This is really about social activity within the building. It's about what we feel are deeper things, and I think it's attracted innovative tenants, to match that objective in the building design.